England's squad for the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2020 seems right. By seems I mean SEAMS, because there are as many as 3 seam bowling all-rounders in Catherine Brandt, Natalie Seaver and Georgia Elvis. Your views about the side first up?
I think they've clearly picked a side that suits Australian conditions. Lisa Catley said that they want to pack their team with seam bowling all-rounders because Australia, as we know, is known for pace and bounce. So, I mean, that's why they've cut out Kirsty Gordon and taken Georgia Elvis.
In a way, a surprise move, do you think? Georgia Elvis pipping Kirsty Gordon, who travelled to UAE, by the way, for the, not UAE, but for in Malaysia for the series against Pakistan.
I mean, I think it is a surprise considering she didn't get a game and she did very well in last year's T20 World Cup. But, 2018. But having said that, again, I think Georgia Elvis, again, it's for the conditions that she's been taken. And also considering that you're not very sure whether Catherine Brandt, who is injury prone, will last the entire tournament. So I think it's also, to serve as cover for her. And it's also the fact that Georgia Elvis, possibly on tired wickets, she knows how to take the pace off the ball. She's played in Australia, has done well in the WBBL. So I think it's a mixture of all these things put together.
These of course are just the seam bowling all-rounders we are talking about, because other than that there is Freya Davies as well in the mix, Anya Strapsol not to forget if you are an Indian fan. So it's pretty tight when you talk about bowling, because they also have 3 spinners in Sophie Eccleston, Sarah Glenn as well as Maddie Villiers.
Yeah, I think with their bowling attack, they've got all bases covered. They have 3 spinners, 1 left arm spinner, leg spinner and an off spinner. So they have people taking the ball both ways. Then with the seam bowling as well, they have people who shape the ball out and shape the ball in. So that way they've got all bases covered with their bowling for sure.
Against, in the series against Pakistan, we talked about their batting order. A bit of, do you still believe there's a confusion, or it's a settled top order in terms of your top 3 being Amy Johns, Daniel Wyatt and Tammy Beaumont?
I think right now it's settled considering the series that Amy Jones had against Pakistan. She's pretty much cemented her place at the top of the order. And then Tammy Beaumont has to come one drop, because you're not going to drop Daniel Wyatt down the order. And then after that, I think they're very flexible with Natalie Seaver, Fran Wilson and Heather Knight. Juggling according to the situation, but I think the top 3 are pretty set.
It's a very, very well gelled unit, if you may call, because their record in 2019 was also, the results went their way. Of course, they had their 1 down form in the Ashes, but otherwise it's a settled outfit. So how far do you think will England reach?
I think they will want to challenge for the title for sure. Definitely, I see them making the top 4. They have a very strong batting lineup. Again, a good, solid bowling unit led by Catherine Brandt. Hopefully, she, they manage to keep her fit through the tournament. I think she's going to be one of the key players for them for sure. So a top 4 finish for sure for England. About whether they make the final or actually manage to win the tournament will depend a lot on their batting.
Remember, in the World T20 2018, they were the runners-up of the tournament. So clearly, anything less than a top 4 finish would be disappointing. It may seem, it may spin. They have their bases covered. England are one of the sides to watch out for.